sports. It's in the game.
Sometimes you gotta lose yourself to find yourself again. Welcome back, Marlena.
Yeah. One for the money and one for the homies. I move with respect, I don't need nothing on me. The Father may wait for me, bitch, just like Bronny. I got my little belly, my blessings, they on me. They rain, yeah, you see how I'm coming. Come on. This sound like we drumming. I reach on my goals like my nephew be dope. Back on the rims, riding on rims. Came in all black to that, I came back to my to that ripping no Cadillac. Feel like a Cadillac, nothing but class. It's never been average, never been on. Averix on me, I'm tougher than homie Javante. The fight is my mantra, I want it, I will. Get you a wheel, they carry it. We fighting a lead, my is hard. I'm back in my bag, I'm done. My bag, I'm gone. Back in my duffel, don't fear no opponent. You know I'm gon' hustle like rubber band on it. Counting my blessings, I'm laughing like Jonah. You don't wish me well, I guess you don't know me. Got all these like Malcolm and Sadie. That's word to my mama, tatted on my body. My left arm, they ain't left arm, they still doing harm. Bodies on bodies, cried over Malcolm, I cried over Dolphin. I'm crying for Nipsey, been feeling like Lauren. Carried the cross, got the sun in my eyes. Groom for this, I ain't meant to be no bride. I'm married, but I know you still feel obliged. Bounce on these, I learned from Sanaa. Back in my bag, and it's big as a duffel. With blessings on blessings, I came through this struggle, I'm back.
I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on guard.
Oh, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you get a look inside Rocket Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. And we are underway in Buffalo. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
This short throw caught by Goddard. He's got room at the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Hurts sets up to throw it. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith, 28 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. The extra point hits the left upright but goes through anyway. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Eagles! Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
He's able to get it to Coleman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Dotson in motion right. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Cook trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack. And now they're going to force him into a field.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. Smith catches left side. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. Back deep is Brandon Codrington. Fielded just inside the 30. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this 1st half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And now here's another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead, still in the 1st half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position. Throwing on second and long. Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception.
And now here is another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play. So now then, the big loss sets up 2nd and 19. He'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. Now inside the 25. Jahan Dotson, touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson, an even 90 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Allen off the play fake. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right? Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
To throw, it's Allen. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Just what they needed, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
To the air, Allen. And now here is another interception. Now he's free at the 35. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They'll give to Cook on the read option. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a...
And my goodness, another interception. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Dotson in motion right.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll drop to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one.
Elliott now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter and a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, Is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Allen now looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and 1 now from the 21. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their...
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
So that is going to tie an NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. It was first done by Sid Luckman of the Bears in 1943, then by Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 54, and now that mark equaled here in this one.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. But they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense is they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.